Hi, my name is Guillaume van Rijkenvorsel. I'm a Belgian citizen, and I was really lucky to spend 2 years in Philadelphia, and I studied at the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, did an MBA in strategy and finance. Now, some of you might wonder why I decided to study an MBA in the US. First of all, I had a very technical background. Studied here in Belgium, did mechanical engineering at Université Catholique de Louvain, then worked for 3.5 years in a startup company. And that's when I decided to broaden my horizons. And obviously I wanted to broaden my horizons at 2 levels. First was in terms of skills, and second in terms of discovering the world. And an MBA at Wharton in the US was a perfect match. I was introduced to the most basic and also to the most technical levels of strategy, finance, accounting, marketing. That was the technical aspect. But then you also have the social aspect and discovering a whole new culture. And spending 2 years in the US was just an amazing experience. For example, 2 weeks ago, I have friends who flew in from Washington, Dubai, and Geneva, all 3 Americans, who I keep very close contacts to. And that allows me to have a very unique perspective on what is happening in my country and a more in-depth perspective of what's happening outside. Now, one thing that I also learned in the US is this entrepreneurial spirit, this pragmatic way of approaching things. What I find in Belgium and through my studies is we are extremely well equipped in terms of knowledge and in terms of academic techniques. But when it comes to getting things done, we are often a little more reluctant in basically rolling up our sleeves and achieving our goals. And that's really something that these 2 years in the US brought me. I've also been very well supported by Fulbright. Fulbright basically sponsored my first year at Wharton, which is a significant help. And on top of that, you've really being part of a community of incredibly bright people. What Fulbright brings to their fellows is typically access to a broad network of people with very, very different horizons and skills, going from a historian to an economics professor or an engineering professor or scholars. And once you're on site, once you're in the schools themselves, you have access to regular events within the Fulbright community. Same thing, when you're back in Belgium, you have access to events with Fulbright scholars. And again, those are people who usually have very, very interesting insights on life. One thing that I would like to add to any of you who are looking to doing an MBA, it was, and I think most of the people who have gone through this experience will share that with me, probably the best 2 years of my life. I've met incredible people, attended amazing classes, and besides the US, I've had the chance to visit 5 continents and 25 countries, including Antarctica. So it was really an incredible experience. Pour les Belges d'entre vous, n'hésitez surtout pas à sortir de nos frontières, à voir ce qu'il y a en dehors de l'Europe, de l'autre côté des océans. Ça ne peut que vous enrichir.